Hi everyone, welcome back, welcome live, happy Tuesday. As usual, we're back with our live webinar with you guys. So I will give you some minutes to join me so everyone can follow from the beginning because today we're gonna talk about the LiDAR scan. So we will see together the options that we have to create your rooms using the LiDAR technology. We have two different options. We already did this live video and you guys enjoyed it. So today we're back with this format. You're more than welcome to let me know if you can hear me well, if everything is fine, but it seems okay. So, um, okay, if I have no bad feedback from you guys saying, we don't hear you or something like that, then we are happy. Okay, as usual, if it's the first time that you join me, if you have any questions, please write them down in the comment section and we will answer them, or I will do my best to answer them and maybe to show you how to solve that problem or that specific issue that you are facing. Okay, then I would say that I can share my screen. I'm using the tablet because maybe it's a bit bigger for you guys to see from home. You can do it on your tablet or on your phone also, right? Okay, so let me take here my screen. Perfect, everything looks fine. Let me take a look. Okay, I always have to check if it's not frozen, if everything works fine. So, okay. So I would say let's start creating a brand new project. Here you can see this is my magicplan app. So you see that I already have some projects here, but we start here with a new project. I create it. We tap as we would do as usual to create a new floor plan on the plus in the section floor plans, and we select a floor, third floor. Okay, now I just close here the info section because we don't need it right now. And I can start inserting a room. I will start with the first option because I know that you guys always have some questions about the LiDAR auto scan. Little note about this feature where you see start auto scan, you need an iOS Pro device for it to work because there's an extra sensor built only on those devices for now. So you can use this feature. Okay, perfect. Let's start. And I would say I will move a bit around so Fernando will try to follow me. And here, if it's the first time that you use the LiDAR auto scan, you see here some suggestions for best results. Okay, maybe take a look at them if it's the first time that you scan a room. We begin. This is a, let's say, shared office. Okay, the app guides you. Okay, so it guides you through the process. So follow the instructions that appear on your screen. You can see that there's a 3D model appearing, right? So it shows you what you're scanning. You can see here that we also have some furniture for the office. If you want to be really precise, you see that I'm walking, so you can stay in front of your furniture so you see that it has been scanned correctly. Then we go ahead. You could also try to do that from the middle of your room, but my suggestion is to walk around so the app can scan a bit more precisely, right? So we want to be precise in general, okay? So here I see, okay, the bottom of my chair or chairs because there are like 4 chairs altogether. I go ahead here. I scan everything that I see in my room and then we see together how to proceed once the room has been scanned completely. Okay, so don't worry if something doesn't look perfect, if you have the feeling that something is missing, we can go ahead here. We have some light coming in from the window. Okay, maybe I can also check here because I don't see the door appearing yet. Let's see if it sees it or if it's a bit too dark down there. We can take a look around. Otherwise, we can add it afterward also. Okay, I'm going to walk a bit here along my wall with the windows and the other elements. Let's see. Okay, so let me move a bit back. Okay, I think I have it. Let's see, down there. And I have this wall here. Okay, so the 3D view looks fine. I try also to scan the TV as good as I can. It makes it a bit smaller, but we can resize it later if we want. Here we have our furniture also. We can move a bit around. Okay. I can press on 2D. Maybe I can also scan the tables here in the middle. Let me see. Because we have a lot of elements here, right? So we will take a look around. Okay, I'm gonna walk again, Fernando. Just to give you the info, I'm gonna move a bit here in this direction. We have our two tables here. You see in the 3D models that the tables appear, right, with their chairs. Imagine that the scanning, like the light here, it's not perfect, okay? So we didn't add any other lighting, so we have a perfect light. We just let the light as if you would find it if you would go somewhere to scan an office, for example, right? Or a commercial property, for example. Okay, here we have it. Let's go ahead. Okay, doc, so the table, perfect. Let's go like this. Okay, just walking. If I would be like 8 feet, it would be amazing, but no. I have to play around with my arms. Okay, let me see. I'm checking a bit. I go back to 3D. Okay, the walls have been scanned. There is a, let's say, little, like 5% of your room can also be unscanned. So if you see a little part of your room turning orange when you are here in this view, it's fine. If the entire room is orange, it means that you did the scanning not really like properly, so you should redo it. Otherwise, it possibly doesn't appear later. Okay, I'm done with my room. I stop the scanning. Give it a second so it can load my room. We had a lot of objects here, so it will maybe take some seconds. We will find out. Loading, loading. If you guys have questions in the meantime, let us know. I see you from here. Okay, perfect. Now the room is complete. We confirm the scan and we tap on done because we are not going ahead and scan more rooms. Now, this is also the questions or the question that some of you guys have sometimes. How do I decide if I want to include my furniture or not? Here, after the scan. So after the scan, you see that you have these options, so you can decide if you want to include what you scanned or eliminate some elements. For example, here we could say plumbing fixtures. I don't want to include them. We don't really have them here, but anyways, just to show you, right? And you can also say, remember my choices. So in the next scanning, the settings will still be like this. And we generate the floor plan. There it is. So you can see, let me check if everything is, let's say, precise. Okay, so we could also rotate it. So I know that I'm staying here exactly. Okay, so I'm here in the middle. I could add something, let's say, one sec, let me select the room first, insert object. We can do annotations, let's say. Okay, I'm just gonna add an X to say where I'm standing, okay? I'm like here, more or less, roughly. So you can see where I'm here inside the room. Okay, you saw that the part of the door down there was a bit tricky to scan because it's not really well, it doesn't have a really beautiful light, but we can fix it, okay? So you see here it has been scanned. Let me check as another room, but we could say the door is correct, like the size, it's fine. We simply do one thing. Let me select the just the room. We can, or let's do the other way around. This other room is bigger. Let's do edit layout. And here we can say merge with this other teeny tiny room that has been created down there. So now it's fine. So we have this part of the door that goes a bit outside. And here we have 1, 2, 3 windows. Perfect. They're all the same, I would say. Yes. Here we have less distance. I can show you. Here we have like the distance between these two windows near me. It's a bit less than between the other two windows, so it's fine. And the tables are also pretty accurate. Maybe we want to make this table a bit longer instead of the other one. We can do like this, and we could do this other one a bit shorter, maybe a bit longer again. So we have it, let's say like this, and I have a chair which is hidden. You see that you can move the single elements, right? Voila. So I think it's fine. I'm gonna put the table up here. Okay. Okay. Let me see if we maybe also here the TV or the furniture down there was a bit smaller, but it's not a problem. We make it wider, and the TV can also be more centered here, and we put it down like this. Okay. If you have like an element like this with the TV and the piece of furniture underneath, normally then when you move them, you will see that the TV will be on top. Okay, let me see here. Let's go in the info section and check. Okay, the height of that table, it's 82 centimeters. This one, it's a bit lower. I'm gonna put the same height like this, and the other table too. Maybe you saw it already, right? So the chairs were appearing like this on top of the table, but just because the table has been scanned a bit lower, so it doesn't matter, we can make it higher as it really is. And then you would see that the chair should, let me see. Okay, the chair appeared also a bit higher. Then let me add 1 centimeter more. Okay, perfect. So they're appearing correctly. We can take a look in 3D if it seems fine. And I would say we did it in like 1.5 minutes, so it's perfectly fine. Down there we have some panels that have been recognized as a drawer here, but we could change the objects from the object library, right? So if we go back to our 2D view, we could insert an object and take a look here. If we have the office, let me add the category, go on edit, here, office, done. So we can check if we have something specific in the object section. For example, here we have a memo board, which is something that's down there. And where did it go? Here. We can put it here. Okay, and I can make it wider. Okay, perfect. So all the elements were added. Okay, perfect. Do we have any questions for now? Or everyone is happy? Okay, perfect. No questions for now. Okay, great. Mhm. Good. Now, I would say we can scan this same office with the other option that we have. So we insert a room and we can use the manual scan. This feature is also available if you do not have an iOS Pro device, okay? So you can use it on your phone, on your tablet, it's fine. Let's select another kind of room, let's say meeting room. So they have two different names, perhaps. Okay, now I'm gonna use the corners. This is interesting if you have, for example, a room that is a bit dark, or maybe you have a lot of stuff in the middle, or you just don't want to scan the furniture. You say, no, I'm scanning the room manually. Fine. I just deactivate the wall mode because, in my opinion, it's a bit easier if you just start using this manual scan also. So we can go there and say, okay, my corner is down there. Perfect. Let's go ahead. Let me see. Same principle as for the LiDAR auto scan here. I could stay in the middle of my room, but I will not be as precise as if I would walk around, okay? So try, do your tests, it's absolutely fine. But here you see also the corner is a bit hidden, so I tapped on it manually, and I go back to my original corner here. Let me see. Okay, done. Now, you see, point at the ceiling. Okay. So you see the ceiling is here. I just tapped to confirm. And now I point on my openings. You see the window, it's fine. Then I'm going to point on my next window. I'm just moving around one sec. So then we have here the door. A moment. Tack. Now we have it. I have the other window. Okay, if you're not happy, like here a little piece is missing, I tap on the undo arrow and perfect. Point on it again, and the last door. Perfect, we have everything. Exit AR, yes, I'm sure. And let's do here, exit AR, yes, I'm sure again. Okay, perfect. So now you see that we have our room. We scan the openings, so doors and windows. You could change also the openings type while you were scanning them. Otherwise, you can change it later. For example, that door doesn't open like that. We can rotate it like this. Okay. I'm just checking here my screen because I'm sharing it with the technology. Maybe in some minutes I will have to change something, but you guys don't worry about that. I will take a look at it. Okay, perfect. So we have our things here, and then we could play around and add our objects, okay? So it's fully flexible. You can go then into your office category and say, okay, let me add my conference table. Let me, I don't know, duplicate it and so on. And you can then play around with your elements, okay? So you see here, it's the exact same room. Here, just maybe a little thing, the door has not been scanned with this like little corner, but still it's not a problem. We can tap on the wall, we add a corner, we pull out this part. Now, then we can check that the measurements are correct afterward when we do this, let's say, when we play around with the measurements, okay? So you can check that the other measurements are still correct. So let's say this window is, let me see, I don't know, 2 meters. We can tap 2, we apply it, and the measurement has been locked, so it will not change afterward if we move something around, okay? Perfect. Now, I would say, since I see that my screen is gonna stop sharing in 4 minutes, and I want to show you something in addition, give me a second so I can create a new screen sharing for you guys. Otherwise, I would need a, I don't know, 100 feet cable to move around. Not just joking, but give me a second. So give me, okay. So it will take me 1 minute. Okay, if you guys have questions in the meantime, please, please, please let me know, okay? So I can go back and I can share all the info that you need with you. Okay, so give me 1 second here with my technology so I can share my screen again with you without that it pushes me out of the system. Okay, got it. Let me do like this. Okay, Let me see here. Give me one sec. My other screen. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1 second. Okay, I think we have it. So we have a lot more minutes, so it's not a problem to share it with you guys. Okay, doc. So let me put it like this. Okay. Just checking that you see the same page that I see when I reshare my screen. Okay, so there we are. Perfect. We're back. Okay, so great. Now let's go ahead and I can scan this room one more time, but I would use the manual scan with the wall detection. Okay, so we use the LiDAR auto scan with this, the LiDAR manual scan with the corner feature with this, and now we create a third room for our, let's say, office here. We insert a room with still start manual scan. And in this case, let's do conference room. So they all have a different name. Okay, now I'm not going to deactivate the wall mode. Okay, I leave it like this and I start scanning my room. Okay, so I have my wall here. I tap on my screen. Okay, and we can go ahead. Maybe I'm gonna walk like this. So here, don't worry if you see that some corners of the wall appear as like unscanned, let's say, in the green part, because you have to take a look at the little model at the bottom. You see that you can see this little green dot, which is where I am right now. I'm not moving anything around the room to make it easier for me, because that's not the point to show you perfection. The point is to show you what to do in real life. Okay, so don't be afraid if you see or something is wrong. We will find out, right? Okay, so let's go ahead like this. I tell you, this is for me the scanning feature that I find a bit more tricky. Maybe if you just started using it, I can already see in my app that I see some little extra lines. We will find out how it turns out once we complete our room. Let's go up there. Okay, doc. Like this. Okay. I just leave all the corners that are hidden. Okay. So, okay, let me see. The room seems to be scanned. Okay, I will do exit AR. Yes, I'm sure. Let's see what happened. I think that I left the room open, because you see, this is a nice example, that the room didn't appear, because possibly, as I saw like the extra lines appearing down there and there, the room was still open. So it did not really, or the system did not really understand that the room has been closed. So it said, I don't know where it is. Let's go. So you see that it didn't appear here. So maybe there was just something in the room that hasn't been scanned correctly. Okay. So I normally also prefer the corner detection if I use the manual scan. I'm super honest with you guys, because if you have a big room without a lot of elements, without a lot of furniture, the wall mode, it's amazing because you're super quick. You go tap, 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 and your room is done. Like this, with all the corners a bit hidden, it's more tricky. We could try one more time if you guys want. I don't know what will it be or what we will have in the end, but I'm happy to try again with you. So let's see, conference room. So let's have a look. Okay, maybe I could start and do the room from the other way around. So I will start from the window. Let's see if it's better. It's always an option. If you see that something doesn't really work, try the other way around. Sometimes you would think, yes, but why? But sometimes it really helps. So let me go back here, point at the wall. Here we go, and tap on the screen. Okay, it already looks a bit better. Let me do like this. I'm trying to stay a bit farther away to see how it will be down there. Okay, maybe now I'm gonna walk. I try to keep a bit more my, let's say, distance from the corners. So maybe it's easier. No, this is not like a wall, but it's okay. Let's see. Let me undo. Okay, this is a bit tricky because we have the light reflecting exactly on this note thing. So let's see if it's gonna work like this. Okay, we have the wall. I'm concentrated, trying to scan all the walls so we have a result in the end. Let me see. I'm gonna go back to the middle here. Let me see. Okay, let me check. Okay, it looks better. I'm losing my hand. Okay, like this. Let me see. Okay, so I have this info down here saying I cannot close the room. Make sure that you scanned all the walls. That down there, it's a bit tricky. We have a lot of panels. Let's check if it's scanned. Cannot close the room shape. Let me check. No. Okay, maybe. Could be. We can try, but I'm not so sure that we will have the room. We can try to exit the AR because it still says that it cannot be closed, but we have the issue that all the corners are covered, guys. So as you saw before, if you use the corner detection in a case like this, it's great. With the wall detection and all the corners hidden, it can be tricky. I'm gonna exit the AR, but I don't think that we will get this room. We can try, okay? We're here to experiment together. It didn't work. So, as expected, you can see that you have the same room. You have 3 possibilities to scan it, play around, right? So check what feature fits better. I mean, the rules are always the same as you saw right now. So if you have a room that's, let's say, big and wide and that has no major impediments, like a lot of furniture in every corner, it's fine. Go with the wall detection and you're good to go. You can also go with the auto scan, absolutely fine. The auto scan, then you can decide if you want to keep the furniture or not. And if you have a room which is, for example, a big open space where you have hidden corners, the light is really bad, go with the corner detection. Okay, so manual scan and then the corners. Okay, do you guys have any questions, or is there something specific that you would like me to do during this live session, or everyone is happy? And maybe a little note, if you're watching the replay and you do have some questions, please let us know. You can contact us via email here at support@magicplan.app, and we can also answer to you offline. It's absolutely fine. Or you can leave a comment under this video. It's also absolutely fine. Okay, good. I think we have no questions. Okay, so everything was clear. You guys thought that the aim of this video was to show you different scenarios, not to show you perfection, okay? I was pretty sure that the wall detection possibly didn't work, and it didn't, but you saw that we had the other options, so you know what to do if you're starting using the LiDAR scan or the manual scan, depending on the device that you have. Jill again, hi, 54, hi there. So what is better to use if a room has a lot of clutter in it? Okay, let's say that if you have a room which has a regular lighting and you have a lot of stuff in it, you can try with the LiDAR auto scan, and then you can say do not include furniture, and you just get the walls and the doors. If you really have a lot of clutter or stuff, whatever, in that room, and the lighting is not that good, maybe I would go with the manual scan using the corners. Okay, so you can really move and go where you have the corner and manually tap on it. Also, if the app doesn't see the corner because it's dark, as you saw at the beginning, we scanned the corner down there. Sorry, I'm looking at my reflection because there's a panel hiding the corner, so the corner is pitch black behind it. So I just tapped on my screen to record the corner in my magicplan app. And also, as we mentioned before, but maybe not all of you guys were connected, you can have like a little merge of unscanned room, but it's like 5% of the room. So you cannot leave an entire wall unscanned because it's not gonna close the room. But if you have a part of wall that you didn't scan and you finish the scanning session, normally the room will still appear, okay? Because the app is able to close that little gap, okay? I think, I hope it was clear. Let me know if this answers your question or if it's still a bit, say, if you still have some doubts. Or maybe if you had a specific case where you were scanning and something didn't work, you can also let me know if there's something like, I don't know, an idea or a tip that I could give you. Could also be an option. While we're still here, the last minutes of our live, not of our live, of our live video. Let's point it out. Okay. Okay, I give you some seconds because I know that there is some delay from between my answer and you hearing it. So if everything's fine, or if this answered your question, I hope so. If not, let me know. Okay. Okay, I see no other comments for now. I just don't want to leave you guys without an answer, right? So, okay, perfect. I see no more comments, so I think it's okay. Okay, thank you. Perfect. Okay, in some projects, I have furniture in the corners. Okay. Yes, if you have a lot of furniture, try also with the corner, like with the corner detection. It normally helps. And then you can add the furniture manually afterwards. It's also fine. Okay. You guys, thank you so much. I saw that there were a lot of people connected with us. I hope that I made it as clear as possible for these 30 minutes of live video. Still, if you have any questions, if you're watching the replay, let me know. I'm happy to answer you. You're welcome. Okay. And as usual, as I always say at the end of our video, depending on the time zone where you are, I wish you a beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening.